Pursuant, pursuant to Article 9, Section 16 of the Constitution of the FSM and Title 3, Section 201 of the Code of the FSM, and as set forth in the official rules of procedure of the Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia, I hereby call the 20th Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia, Third Special Session to order. May we all rise for a moment of silent prayer. Chief Clerk, roll call.
Senator Alick, Senator Aritos, Senator Figuer, Senator Cohen, Floor Leader Harper, Senator Conman, Vice Speaker Moses, Senator Ned, Senator Penuelo,
Amen.
Senator Perman, Senator Romulo, Senator Ismail, Senator Willie, Speaker Simina.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, 12 members are present.
We have quorum this morning to transact business. The next item, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, for item number 5, presidential communications, when receipt of numbers 20-149 through 20-164.
Short recess.
Committee to wait.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker. Item 4, appointment of committee to wait on the president.
Congress back in session. Item 4, Chief Clerk.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, pardon. Item 4, appointment of committee to wait on the president.
Okay, the following will serve on that committee to wait on the president. Chairman Panuelo from Palm Bay will chair. And members will be Chairman Ursimo from YAP, Chairman Cullen from Troop, and Chairman Willie from Kushai. Please consult with the executive at the President's office as to the time and place of your meeting. Okay, next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Item 5, presidential communications. Again, when receipt of numbers 149 through 164.
Point of privilege, Mr. Speaker.
Chief Clerk, assign those. State your point, Floor Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise on a point of privilege to take this opportunity to introduce certain government officials and other dignitaries who are in observance of our session this morning.
Proceed.
And if I may, Mr. Speaker, I would like to start off with our own Vice President, the Honorable Yozo George. Let's give him a round of applause. And I understand that few of the cabinet members of the President and other heads of the offices and agencies are also here observing our session. I may not be able to specifically say each of their names, but let me just ask that we give them a collective recognition by giving them a big round of applause. Mr. Speaker, we are also fortunate and happy to have members of our diplomatic community who are here with us this morning. And let me start off with His Excellency Ambassador Ryoichi Horie from the Japan Embassy. Here with us also Madam Lee charge the affairs from the Chinese Embassy. Furthermore, we also have with us Mrs. Elisa Woolcock, charge the affairs from the Australian Embassy. And down the list, we also have Mr. Gary Bloom, my relative, who is the area director of the rural development representing the U.S. Embassy. And also on the list, we are also happy and fortunate to have with us President of the COM, Joseph, not Roosevelt, but Daisy. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I now yield the floor to other members who may be able to introduce other dignitaries whom I may have been missing. Thank you.
Thank you, Floor Leader. Any delegation members who would like to? Chairman Wale, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning to you and members and everybody in the gallery this morning. I bring you greetings and advance Merry Christmas from the island of Angels, also called Island of the Sleeping Ladies, not ladies. Our Vice President has already been introduced, so I will introduce other co-signers that are in the gallery this morning. We have Secretary of Education, Mr. Calvin Cuevas, and also Postmaster General Ginger Mita. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Wale. Any other Chairman Panuelo?
Speaker, good morning to you. Good morning to all members who are here and those who are observing from the gallery. I join our good floor leader and Chairman Wale in recognizing those who are here and wishing happy holidays to our Vice President, the Cabinet who are here, and Diplomatic Corps members who are observing. I join in recognizing the presence of our officials here. Mr. Speaker, just few individuals from Bombay, around Bombay, if I could, on behalf of the delegation,
Proceed.
also welcome them. Let's recognize the presence of the Chief Minister of WHO, Mr. Thakur Abraham. He's present here. Let's give him a round of recognition. Thank you. We have Soke's Councilman Kendi Gosia, who is very active. I recently ran into him. He was shoveling coral to make sure that he covered the potholes waiting for the permanent seal or pavement of the Soke's road. So let's give him a round of recognition as well, Speaker. We have the Vice Speaker of WHO Municipal Government, Benjamin Amor, who's also working with PTA. And Mr. Speaker, I know Bombay provided 300,000 for the Capital Road, and I hope that it can reach our area here. He assured me that it will be done, so let's see that he will deliver the promise. Let's give him a round of recognition, please. We also have a councilman from WHO, Mr. Rufino Primo, who's here. Let's recognize him. And Pelan Yoma from the FSM Supreme Court. This is the list that I have of individuals who are here. Let's give him a round of recognition, Speaker. And Mr. Permans Haldis, who is our tourism individual with the Department of R&D here. I know he's very busy going on his round with the state governments trying to get the priorities of the states in the tourism fund that we put up for the states to improve tourism sites and historic sites around our FSM state. Let's recognize him for the good work he's doing. Speaker, thank you very much, and I wish all of you happy holidays during this joyous season. Kalangan.
Thank you, Chairman Panuelo. Any other point of privilege? If none, well, we can always recognize you later on. But next item, Chief Bird.
Mr. Speaker, the next item is item 6, FSM Supreme Court communications. There are none.
Next item.
7, item 7, member communications, none also.
Next item.
Item 8, departmental communications on receipt of numbers 20-29 through 20-31.
Assign those, Chief Bird. Next item.
Item 9, agency or governmental authority communications. We do not have any, Mrs. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 10, state communications on receipt of 1 and it's number 20-11.
Okay, assign that. Next item.
Item 11, Supreme Court communications, State Supreme Court communications, there are none, Mrs. Speaker.
Continue.
Item 12, municipal or town communications, none. Item 13, foreign government communications, none also, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, order of the day. Item 14.
Standing committee reports, there are none, Mrs. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 15, special committee reports, none.
Next item.
Item 16, assignment of measures and communications. We do have a referral sheet number 20-38.
Okay, Chairman and members of the committees, take note and make your plans accordingly. Next item.
Item 17, unfinished business, there are none. Item 18, bill calendar, none. Item 19, resolution calendar, there are none, Mrs. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 20, introduction of bills and resolutions.
If you have any measure to introduce, please pass them on to Chief Clerk. Next item.
Item 21, miscellaneous communications, there are none, Mrs. Speaker.
Item 22, miscellaneous business. Do you have any miscellaneous business? Okay. If none, short recess.
I'm always slow, so if I
Short
may,
recess, yes. What is it?
just on the miscellaneous business.
Yes,
If I
we'll
may.
come to that.
Oh, we're not yet over there?
We'll come when we
Oh,
come
okay.
back. Chairman Panuelo, have you consulted with the Vice President on?
While we're in recess, who's buying lunch?
Thanks for volunteering. Okay, Chairman AJC has just volunteered to provide lunch. We're back in session. We're still on miscellaneous business. Chairman Ursimo.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I just wish to also bring greetings from the state of unexpendable stone money and best wishes for the holidays. And yes, YAP is no longer sleeping, it's fully awake and ready to do business. But, Mr. Speaker, I also want to thank you for giving me and one of your staff, legal staff, the opportunity to visit Japan, certain places in Japan about, I believe, a week ago to 2 weeks ago, at the invitation of APIC and, of course, our friends from Japan. I found the trip very, I would deem it as a successful visit. We were able to meet with certain officials of the Japanese government, especially our FSM Japan Friendship League. We met with the chairman and a few of the members of that group. We convey our greetings to them and also invited them on your behalf to visit the FSM. We also met with the vice chairman of the Foreign Affairs in the Parliament, and we talk about certain issues, but most especially the one pertaining to North Korea. We assured the Vice Minister and our friends that FSM is supportive of the effort to bring that problem to a peaceful conclusion, especially the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. APIC, the Association for Promotion of International Cooperation, which is the president of that organization is a former ambassador from Japan to the People's Republic of China, and his name is Peter Sato. Just like the executive director, who was an ambassador of that government to the FSM, Sato, and we met both of them. We hand delivered the resolution adopted by Congress to Mr. Sakamoto, and in the presence of his spouse. So I thought that was a very good gesture on our part, recognizing the effort of that individual and of APIC and all the people who have contributed to this program that is sponsoring students from one of our high schools to study at Sophia University. We were also able to meet with officials of both universities, Sophia and Temple University, Japan, and we hope that the discussion that we started will go up to the next level by having more students sponsored by the scholarship programs, but most especially having our own college, the College of Micronesia FSM, to enter into an articulation with the Temple University, Japan, for our students from COM after completing 2 years to enroll at that university. I personally visited both campuses and really think that it's good effort, as I believe our students, those that go to school there, will be able to complete their college programs, as the government and the schools will not allow students just to sit around doing nothing. If they are not passing the grades, they would come back. They cannot stay in Japan and work, which is also a good sign, so they can concentrate on finishing up their schools. So I thought I just bring that up, especially with the ambassador from Japan sitting in the gallery, to express our appreciation to to APIC and to Japan through him for the visit, and we hope that that will improve the people-to-people relations between our two countries, and most especially our young people, increasing the exchanges between our young people, between young people of the FSM and Japan. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Ursumal, for that summary of your trip. I hope it can be put in a written report so we can read it some more. And on that program, yes, I think you should your committee should continue to pursue it with the college and our Department of Education. Any other miscellaneous business? If none, next item is announcements. Chairman Willie? Or, I'm sorry, let's go first with our committee to wait. Chairman Panuelo, you have something?
Yeah, Speaker, thank you very much. I have consulted the Vice President on behalf of the committee to wait, and the meeting would be 1 o'clock this afternoon at the President's conference room. I urge that members join the committee to wait at that time. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Panuelo. Take note, members of the committee to wait, of the time, and the place is at the President's office?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Chairman Willie?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. There is no announcement from your Committee on External Affairs, but there is announcement for Koshayans working for Congress. Since we're going to have a Christmas party, Koshayans will practice singing tomorrow, noontime. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Willie. We always look forward to the beautiful voices of our Koshayan friends. Okay, thank you for that announcement. Chairman Figure. Chairman Alec.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. No announcement at this time.
Thank you. Chairman Berman.
No announcement, Mr. Speaker.
Chairman Panuelo.
No announcement.
Chairman Cullen. Chairman Ursumal.
Since we are in the season of Advent, I'd like to give an advance notice for your Committee on Education to meet Monday afternoon starting at 1:30 on oversight meeting with the Department of Education on everything and anything under that department, but most especially the programs that are ongoing, including the ATV, the AA grants, ATV Australian grant to FSM, 8.3 million. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Ursumal. Take note, members of Education Committee, of that oversight hearing Monday. Vice Speaker. Senator Aridos. Senator Conman. Okay, before I give it to Floor Leader, I just want to announce that we will have a short get-together, all members, right after session in our lounge to look at what what we're going to do in this special session. Okay? Okay, Floor Leader, you have any announcement and your usual motion?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. There is no announcement from this chair, but I'm now ready to make the motion that we go into recess and come back at 10 a.m. tomorrow.
It's moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. Those in favor say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Congress now stands in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning.